Welcome back to Viking football with head coach Bruce Barnum as the Vikings get ready for an exciting November against some top teams in the Big Sky Conference. And Portland State is going into November about as good as they can right now. Coach, you had two games at home, the last two games, and the Vikings came away with very convincing wins, and they did it the same way both times. Good quality, balanced offense and some big plays on defense, lots of turnovers, sacks, things like that. Does that mean your team is getting to where you want them to be at crunch time of the season?
Yes, Mike, slow but sure. You know, I'm happy, I'm proud. This group is getting better every week. When things do go bad in adversity in a football game, I see guys on the bench looking for answers. With that attitude, it'll carry this program quite a ways.
And when you look at the Vikings' victory last Saturday at Cal Poly, or over Cal Poly, 42-21, let's start with the offense and specifically the running game. Malik Walker, Big Sky Conference Offensive Player of the Week for his performance, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I want to throw in Jelani McGee. It was great to have him back healthy and contributing a great compliment, the best rushing game of the season for your Vikings, and I know that makes you happy.
It is. You know, Mike, again, you said it before this, to be 50-50 ratio, that's, you know, I think that's when we're at our best in this system we run. But it was great to see Malik get some accolades. He's battled through some things, and we've battled through some injuries at that position this year. But to see him get better and pick it up and run harder and tougher every week, and then have Jelani be able to come in, you know, finally be healthy, and give him some good quality rest on the bench. And Jelani was running hard, so that was good. That's what we need to be successful.
And the Vikings on defense, as I mentioned, big plays. The All-American Anthony Adams with another interception. But the guy you really got to talk about is VJ Malo. He's helping produce some of those turnovers. The defense has forced 9 turnovers in the last 2 weeks, and I know VJ's creating a lot of havoc with quarterbacks here in the Big Sky.
They're just fun to watch, Mike. I got to watch myself on the sideline, you know. You start watching our defense the last few weeks, you feel like you're on TV watching one hell of a program. They're fun. They're flying around. They are getting turnovers, which is great. But to continue that play is what will give us, you know, a chance to give the mighty Weber State Wildcats a little run, at least for a couple quarters.
And VJ Malo, 5 tackles for loss in that game. He forced another fumble. He was my defensive player of the week in the Big Sky. Parker McKenna, 10 more tackles. The freshman linebacker doing a great job for you. So now as the Vikings go to Weber State, that defense is going to be important because they're going to have to hold down Weber State's offense, prevent some points, because Weber State's defense year in and year out has been really, really talented. What are some of the challenges you see as an offensive guy going against that great defense of Weber State?
They do have a great defense, Mike. You watch them on film and you watch the pass. It's kind of how Jay's built the program. You know, I think they're honestly happy to win 2-0 if that's possible. They're tough at every position. You can't pick, okay, here's a highlight. Here's a guy we have to watch out for. You have to watch out for all 11 and some of the backups. So they're playing hard. You know, they come out in man coverage and until you take them out of it, and then they'll run some zone. But they're running a great scheme, and they're running it with great athletes.
Weber State ranked 24th in the nation, and they have had a share of, or won outright, the last 4 Big Sky Conference titles. So they've really become a powerhouse here in the conference. And when you look at the stats, you just alluded to it, one of the top pass defenses in the country. So that really is going to be a great matchup with Davis Alexander and all of your great wide receivers. That's really going to be probably the matchup to watch this week.
Well, if they're going to run man, you have to throw the football, you know, and that's, again, because of what they're doing up front with the pressure, et cetera. Along with some very talented guys in the back end, they're having success. I mean, they fire, they're aggressive, you know, they play right to the whistle, and that's what we're faced with. But I like my quarterback, you know, I like my receiving core. I think it's the best we've had here since I've been the head coach. So in my mind, it's going to be fun to watch. Okay, you do that, great. here's the strength of our football team. Let's see what happens.
All right, now as the Vikings go into November, as I mentioned, playing number 24 Weber State this week, the Vikings are 3-2 in the Big Sky, and they have some real quality teams ahead of them. Weber State, Sacramento State next week, they're ranked, I believe, 16th in the nation, and then Eastern Washington currently ranked 5th in the nation. That's probably as tough a 3-game stretch as you've seen in your time as head coach.
It is, I'm guessing. I don't know when they play Southern Utah, but Weber's probably either got us or them for homecoming. So, that situation, that reputation that they have of dominating this conference in the last 4 or 5 years, that's what we're going up against. I'm not worried about Sac or Eastern yet because we have to try to put something together to take care of Jay's group.
Now, I've got to say I'm a little disappointed because I thought for sure once I mentioned those 3 teams, you were going to say something about you got to take it one game at a time.
Well, no, everybody's 1-0. We're going to be 1-0. Well, no doubt. We're only playing one game Saturday. We can't play all 3, but we're focused on Weber, I like the game plan. The kids are having fun with it, It's at their place. They just, the last 5, 6, 7, whatever years they put together a nice, beautiful stadium over there, and let's go. It's always a great test to play Weber State and what Jay's put together there. I mean, they've got a lot of tradition, and again, we talked about their defense, but they've got some guys that can touch the football and score that are pretty damn good too.
All right, big challenge ahead for the Vikings as they take on Weber State this Saturday in Ogden. That game kicks off at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, noon Pacific Time. You can watch it on ESPN+. For all your information on Vikings football, go to GoVikes.com.